Hey, so happy Thursday. We are starting some new content today with our new content creator, Megan. Put a picture of you here, Megan, or here, or here. Megan's joined the team this week, which I'm super excited about. For such a long time, I've wanted to give you guys an insight into what it's like just running my property companies, doing what we do all day, every day. And I struggle to do this myself. So I've asked for help. We've got someone who's absolutely amazing who's going to come and share a day in the life of this crazy world with you guys. Today we're going in, we've got meetings with clients, I've got pod calls, I've got some training with a business partner of mine on geofencing, which is some super nerdy marketing stuff. I'm very excited about the day. So yeah, come check it out.
To just open in one single tab to make it all nice and easy.
I probably should have got coffee before I started this call. I really want fuel.
I've got like 4 hours now. I've got all the pod kickoff calls.
Oh, are they all today?
Not all of them. I got 3 or 4 today. First things first. What is your understanding, if any, of Google ads? Oh, sorry, Facebook ads.
Okay, my understanding of Facebook ads at this point are that I have never run my own ad. I've always paid someone else to do it.
Okay, cool.
I understand that you can target really well. I understand that you can kind of pick your audience, etc., etc. Oh, my iPad's not charged.
Yeah.
Bollocks. But here you go. That one should do the trick. Thank you. But I actually don't. I understand that pixels have to be on the pages for retargeting, but I actually don't really understand how we create lookalike audiences. I know they exist. I know they're a thing, but I don't know how to actually do it.
Show you. Let's show you this. So I want to go to there.
Oh, throwing things around. That's not what we want.
With retargeting, if you think about how many touch points you need with someone in order to get them across the line, what retargeting allows you to do is they hit the screen and you can then separate them out. So you can say, okay, I want to look at everyone who stayed on the page for a minute or longer, everyone who clicked this button, everyone who viewed this video and viewed this video for at least 30 seconds. You can really split it out.
Yeah.
And you will then be able to retarget. When you put another ad in front of them, you can be super specific. So, for example, everyone who watched half the video, you could say, hey, what happened? Did you miss something in the video? You missed the last stuff. That ad speaks to that person. You're like, oh, that.
How does it know though that it's got 50% to a video? Is it a video that's positioned in a Facebook ad or a YouTube video or what? I'm gonna after you've done your calls today, I've got calls now as well. Well, in 45 minutes anyway, for the literally 3 till 6 o'clock. I might just ring you when I'm on my way home if you're about later.
Yeah, cool.
And you can send me some homework.
Yeah, that's no problem. This is the problem. There's like 1 hour. There's so much I could go through. But this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do for Geo.
Pod. These guys need to know this.
Pod.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy your first call.
Bye.
I'll catch you later. Bye. Amazing. I'm going to just laugh at this weirdness. I find it odd. So we're about to go on a call with the Road to 100k pod, which is my private client pod. So we've got 7 clients, mentoring them for 12 months. And the intention is to put £100,000 of revenue on their business bottom line. And every 2 weeks I catch up with them to look at their wins, their challenges, what they've been doing, what they've not been doing, holding them accountable to it. And if they need a gentle kick up the arse, that's my job. So we're just jumping onto that call and I'm super excited about it. Let's see what happens. Hello.
I'm quiet.
I thought you two were on holiday.
We are.
But you're at home.
Yeah, but we're not. Well, we're off, but we've been away and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were away.
No,
not this time. Got a few bits to do, but...
Recording in progress.
Let's talk a little bit about accountability today, because it's one of the things I've noticed that you guys have talked about in the group anyway. And actually, I'm not going to spend loads of time on wins and stuff first today. I want to do a bit on accountability first, and then we'll wrap up with wins, challenges, questions, because I don't want to monopolise the conversation that way around today. I want to make sure we're looking at minimum expectations, things we want to get done, and how we hold you accountable, right? Because Sian very kindly noted to us all there's only 20 weeks left of the year, which means it's only 18 weeks till Christmas. Ha! How exciting. Everyone hates me when I say this at this sort of time of year, but I don't care. So accountability wise, the challenge with accountability is that you've got to be as involved with your commitments as the person, group, people holding you accountable to it, right? Because actually, realistically, I don't have a gun. And there is no real consequence other than you don't achieve what you've set out to achieve in the first place. Now, obviously, a short written piece of copy is your easiest post because you just literally type it, copy and paste it on the day. Your VA can take care of that. When you introduce a creation of a graphic into it, it's slightly more time intensive. When you introduce an animation into it, Canva, you can do that in Canva. It's slightly more time intensive, but it can be done. When you get a video, actually, then that's recorded, edited, graphicked up, all that sort of stuff, it's even more time intensive. If you do a live, it's time intensive to the point you have to be present to do it. You can't schedule it, right? Mix up those things. If actually you haven't got the time to create footage, to edit, to graphic up, blah, 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 right? Or you've not got the support in the business to do it, then have like 5 of those a year. It doesn't matter. It just means you just need to do more copy posts rather than the time intensive stuff. Because when this starts generating cash, you'll be able to afford somebody to come and do that piece for you. Just go with what you actually can do for now and not worry about what you can't do. Yeah? If you need me, you know exactly where I am. If you're stuck on anything at all, you know where I am. I'll see you for the session on Friday about the funnels. And then I'll see you in 2 weeks with these things finished. No excuses. Yeah.
So that on Fridays or Mondays, I do first task of the day is to ring them all,
Yeah.
touch and base. I'm going to do a template email of who we are and what we offer. That's it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. So
what information do you need to go into your info pack? Like, what are your key sections going to be? Happy with that?
yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I just write it out and I'll just keep going over and over it because that's what I do when I present other stuff. I drive around the car saying good afternoon everybody. So I'll try that.
But also practice your objections, right? So are they happy with a company? No, they're not.
No.
Can I ask why that is? Well, we just don't do company lets. Think about how will you respond to that without creating fires that you've then got to put out.
Yeah, okay.
And the more words you use, the more likely you are to create a fire that you've then got to put out. So short, sharp, concise answers. Don't say 1,000 words when you can say 5.
No, okay.
If they ask you a yes or no question, just say yep. Don't say yes and then feel like you've got to justify yourself. It's like giving a price and then justifying the price. You lose your negotiation, right? You know that. So if I say, the price is £12, and then I say, but that £12 includes loads of stuff.
Yeah.
It means I'm not confident in that £12 price. If I say the price is £12 and I shut up, the person on the other end of that negotiation has to feel that silence. Right, so it's the last meeting of the day. I've got a Facebook Live into the Financial Wellbeing for Women group with Anchor. I'm quite excited about this group. I was invited to come and just talk about my journey and how I built my business to a group of entrepreneurial women, which is always great. Anything I could do to share just some insight into what we do, I'm excited about it. And then I'm totally going home because I'm done today. It says we're live.
Brilliant. Hello. If you are here, please give us a heart. We want all your love and nothing else. I have the awesome opportunity to be here today with the amazingly successful Sarah, and she has kindly given us her time to talk about property and her property journey. with all the adventure that she went through. Thank you for being here, Sarah.
My pleasure, my absolute pleasure.
Would you like to tell us about your property journey? Would you prefer me to ask you questions, or you're happy to...
I'm happy to just intro myself if you want me to, and then you can fire whatever questions you've got, and any questions at all I'm happy to answer. So I got started in property in 2015. At the time, I think you could say I was financially and emotionally buckled, is probably the best way to explain it. I was about £60,000 in debt. Life wasn't particularly fun. It was all pretty much self-inflicted though. I was buying things on credit cards when I couldn't afford it. I was trying to run a business that I didn't know what I was doing. I was making all the mistakes you could possibly make, and I needed to do something different. And so I'd heard about this thing called rent to rent, and I just thought, you know what, let's give this a whirl and see what happens. So in November 2015, I made my first phone call. 23rd of December 2015, I signed my first contract, and I've kind of never looked back from there really. I started with rent to rent as my main strategy. I then evolved that into deal packaging, and I built portfolios for other people. In my first 12 months of doing that, I built 100 grand, and everything kind of changed for me at that point. I cleared my debt in 23 months. From the day I started my first contract, it took me 23 months, and the 60 grand had been paid down. I'd sold my failing business that I'd had. Life was a very different thing. And then I went traveling, I built the business, and now the business is much bigger. We've got a team of people now. We're based in our head office is in Milton Keynes. I live in Northamptonshire. I'm a buy-to-let portfolio in my own right now. I've got HMOs, serviced accommodation, rent to rent, and we're just moving into our first development. And I've also now diversified my portfolio, so we've got an investment fund, and I lend. So there's all sorts going on in my world, but ultimately it all started from a place of having nothing and having no idea what to do about it, asking for the help where I needed it, being brave, making decisions that were super uncomfortable, and it kind of just went from there.